Alright guys, what is up? Welcome to another video. So today's video is actually going to be about how to handle cravings, or basically how to handle when you really want something. And this video is actually going to be very interesting because we're going to be talking about how to turn your life into a game. And if you guys have noticed, one thing about the channel recently is that I've been kind of turning the little things into a video game, right? And you usually see some improvement channels say that video games are a waste of time, you shouldn't play video games, you shouldn't do them. What the heck is a job then? Is a job like, isn't it kind of like a video game? When you go flip burgers at McDonald's, doesn't it feel like one of those games where you kind of like have to like match things up? Or even they play video games themselves. They say they don't, but I think they do, because the algorithm for YouTube, it's kind of like you're trying to figure out statistical averages and percentages and odds and probabilities. That's a form of like a video game, guys. It's like a math game, So everything in life is a form of a video game, and I think that turning your life into a video game is one of those ways to keep life interesting, fun, and rewarding. And this can also apply to things like cravings, when you really want something. And the reason why I say this is because recently I've been having a massive urge to buy something, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I want to buy Pokemon cards. I've held myself back because of all the band stuff and me moving into here, and trying to keep myself disciplined and consistent towards my goal, which is to build this channel and also like make this profitable, build my portfolio. But I've gotten to the point where a craving has consistently been in my head for more than a week, and it's because this new set came out. My phone isn't helping me because I go to Reddit and the first thing I see is people pulling these $200 chase cards, which are really cool and I want them. So I decided to give you guys an idea that I use, and this is how I cope with stuff in a way, because I'm kind of turning life into a video game, and we're gonna need the portfolio for this one because technically I like writing a lot, and in fact I'm gonna make a video on how writing your life gives you a goal. If you write where you're at and where you're gonna be in the future, you can kind of give it a path. It's very interesting. A lot of people don't write, and I feel like more people should. It's that's why people have journals, right? Journals are basically you giving yourself kind of like a safe checkpoint. And in fact, there's a really cool thing on YouTube where there's like this Donkey Kong song. I don't know what they call it, right? You'll see a picture of it right here. And I always remember that if for some reason that actually like showed up in my suggestions, and it's like a checkpoint of life. I've always found that super cool, guys. Remember, like, you guys are a consciousness. When you watch things and when you do things, like, only you can see that. It doesn't matter if there's millions and billions of people in the world, guys. Your version of reality is yours, and it's precious, and you should try to conserve it and take care of it. But anyway, I'm going way too spiritual here, guys. Let's go back to how I turn life into a game. Okay, so like I said, guys, I really want this Pokemon set, right? I want it, and it's been more than a week. I gave it the craving time because sometimes you just have like this little urge, and if you give it enough time, you realize that maybe you really want it. It was just like a small urge, but sometimes it's a big urge like mine. I really want to buy this set, right? So what do? Well, I look at my daily and weekly goals. So this is what the importance of the portfolio. As you guys know, my daily goal is to make about $150 4 times a day. So 4 times of the week, I have the goal of $150, and that's how you make $600. So yeah, $600 a week. The reason that I do this is because that's what I figured would be enough to support my lifestyle, give me time to work on the YouTube channel, and also allow me to take my breaks, do my thing, explore, work on the channel, work on the Etsy shop, all this stuff. This is something that I planned, right? And here's how I get the craving. Okay, so instead of taking that money, because this is survival money, and I made a video on this about money and how you should treat it. This is survival money. The money that I have that I earned, this is survival money, right? But after I accomplish this, I have a leftover. This leftover, I put it into investments and stuff like that, but I also now have a new section in my portfolio that I called rewards, or call it like treatment of rewards, or whatever you want to call it, right? And here's where I put the things that I really want to do. Things like, maybe staying in a car is kind of miserable, so a hotel stay, you know what? Yeah. I've recently been having a craving to go to like Red Lobster for some reason. I haven't had like good food in a while. Maybe Olive Garden's a little better, but anyway. So I've had a craving to go to like a really nice restaurant, right? So I put it on the rewards place. The Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes, I put them here. I want to open a set of the new set of the Crown Zenith, right? I want to travel from one state to the other. That's also a reward, and I kind of give it an estimate worth. So for me, the Elite Trainer box is about $50. So I put $50 on it. For the like Olive Garden Red Lobster, about maybe 30 bucks. I mean, that's like, remember my budget for food every day is $10. So think about it. It's like 3 times. That's 3 days of eating that I'm putting into one meal. So I got to be really careful with it, you know. As for the travel to another state, it's about gas and also relocating, which just means times that I'm not going to be working because I'm going to be coming up with something. So that's $250. So if I want to move from one state to the other, it's 250 bucks. Okay. That's me just doing traveling things, right? And here's what I do. So the way that I give myself capital to work toward these rewards, this is how I turned it into like a gacha game, right? Is that first I must accomplish my daily goal. Okay, that's very interesting. So accomplishing my daily goal of $150 4 times a week, and the days that I don't, then it's $100. So, but if I get to 150, make sure I get it to 150. I give myself $5. So $5 that I can put into any of these 4 rewards that I currently have, right? And I have like a little bank account. I saw it says bank, and then the amount that I get every day, or the amount that I like have in total. And that's the one thing. I've reached the daily goal. That's $5 for myself. Upload a YouTube video. That is $5. So for me making this video and uploading, I get myself $5. It doesn't sound like a lot, but to be honest, like $5, guys, gets me closer to my goal. So you see how I'm turning everything into like the same thing. Me, like, this is actually really interesting. Working on the Etsy shop, also $5. And here's a crazy one. If I over exceed my goal and I make $200, which it can happen if you're really motivated, if you had a really good day, maybe you get surges on, you know, the psychics, or maybe you just wake up really early and you just want to work, you know. $200, I give myself $10 that I add into my like rewards account. And what I do with this is that it kind of gives life somewhat of a purpose, where if I'm more consistent, if I'm more disciplined, I get closer to those cravings. And this kind of turns those cravings into a goal. And this is like a mini goal, right? It's a mini goal on the big goal. I always think this is a very fascinating system, and I've been using it. And so far, guys, between me doing like YouTube and Etsy and working above, you know, my daily goal and stuff like that, I currently have $170 in my like rewards account. And this is money that I actually take out of my like physical checkings account and put it on like a savings account. So yeah, guys, I have about $170 that I can use for anything that I want. Either a hotel stay, which I usually average at about $100. You know, I have my Elite Trainer boxes. That's $50. I have 3. I can get 3 Elite Trainer boxes, which I think it's a little overkill. I don't need 3 of them. I just need 1. Or I'm saving up to move to another state. So maybe something for the channels. I don't know. Maybe something for the channel soon, you know. So as you can see, guys, I kind of end up making my life a reward of some kind. And I think this is a good strategy to have. I think it's very helpful, especially if you're trying to be consistent and disciplined. And not only this, but this also actually kind of makes that like craving that you want. It kind of makes you, like, in a way, like, it makes it like punishable, because you kind of feel punished to do it. Oh, I have to like do my goal to get this. And there's 2 mindsets. You can be like really rewarding, or it can be really like and you don't want to do it, so you just don't get the craving, so you save up money. And you know, this is what I do. I think it's a very good strategy, especially if you have really bad habits where, you know, you buy like something every day that you don't need, but, you know, turn it into a reward. That's what I do. I think it's a great system, and it kind of gives you this purpose where you every day, you know, that you could do the bare minimum, or you could go beyond and get closer to your goal. So I don't know, guys. I think it's a great system. It might be helpful for you. You might apply it. And you just, you know, it's just interesting to, you know, see your perspective on it. Do you think it's a good strategy? Do you think it's kind of weird? I personally think it's very nice how I can like kind of make myself, even the little things are kind of like a reward, which makes it kind of like, it kind of gives me a reason to wake up every day. You know, it's really cool. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope it gave you some idea on how to handle your cravings. Let's say now you want to go eat. Well, turn it into a reward. Literally, I have to do this amount of exercises to get myself a little bit closer to that goal, and then you're gonna be able to like get there multiple times, and it also gives you a form of self-control, which I think is pretty neat. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.